How to win 2026. First, you need to start by identifying the problem. Have you been failing on the same goals every single time? No matter how many times you tell yourself that things are going to be different this time around, you still end up in failure. And why is that? The reason is simply because you are expecting too much from yourself, especially in too short of a time frame, which ends up setting yourself up for inevitable failure. At the beginning, you might use your built up frustration, your motivation, and your anger to push yourself to do hard, to work your ass off, to make some extreme changes to your schedule. But this, and the worst thing is that you probably move with unrealistic goals, and this ends up burning you out before you even get to a point where you start making progress. And this causes you to rebound and probably even end up in a worse state than you started off with. So how do you stop this? Okay. To stop this, you need to start by understanding that any meaningful and any noticeable changes, changes take a long time. And I want you to go into this expecting at least a 1 year time frame. What you need to tackle this is a long, consistent plan that you can stick to on a day-to-day basis. So let me just quickly ask you this question. You want to get to your goal maybe 20% faster, but you'll be suffering for months, hating your life, and hoping that your challenge or whatever schedule you have ends. I would much rather enjoy the process and slowly see yourself grow along the way to your goal. I'm pretty sure most of you would rather take the second option. Not only is this more enjoyable, but it also increases your chance at winning, and for that you need to make sure that your mind and body is working for you and not against you. But how? How can you make your mind and body work for you? For that, you need to start by nailing down the foundations. Okay, you need to feel good to do good. It's really that simple. Start by getting consistent 7 to 9 hours of sleep in the same time frame that you go to bed and wake up. So if you go to bed at 11 and wake up at 7, go to bed and wake up at the same time every single day. Sure, some days might be a bit worse, but on the average, you want to be trying to stick to your schedule. Second is eat whole and clean foods. Okay, don't eat too much of the junk shit that is gonna just make you feel worse, think worse, and slowly, but on a subconscious level, impact your life. And also, of course, don't starve yourself. Just eat until you're satiated. Third is do any kind of workout, anything to keep your body moving. Give yourself anything to just release some stress and feel good. Can be even if you're not a gym person, you can do running, swimming, cycling. There's way too many options out there. Just take one and stick to it. And fourthly, self-talk is very important. Even if you are at a stage where you have not accomplished much or failed in the past, you want to start by thinking in a more positive note. Hold on to hope, not delusion, but hope. Hope that things will get better as long as you work towards it. This self-talk and this mindset helps you achieve your goal. It's a crucial part in your progress, because the mind influences your body. Okay, believe it or not, what you say to yourself will happen. So what next? Once you've managed to set a strong foundation, which obviously won't be fixed in a week or a month, but you can slowly make those changes along the way too. You need to also focus on the most urgent issues that are currently actively making your life significantly worse. It could be financial related, social related, fitness related, or maybe you have a vice that is dragging you down. You want to take 30 minutes a day Like the moment you wake up, the first part of the day, you want to take 30 minutes to focus on dealing with the problem head first. No matter how hard or intimidating it is, just start by taking the simplest step to work towards your goal. So once you start with the simplest step, it can be the most bare minimum, anything to get started. You want to track every week and what you have done to progress towards your goals. Maybe for week 1, you started off by walking 15 minutes to start losing fat. You started off watching or learning from resources on collecting ideas and how to make money. You start by going out, not even talking to anyone, just going out to get into more social situations. All these things are the first step. And you have to do this consistently. Some days you will mess up, but this is part of the process. Don't just quit, rage quit. Accept it for what it is, take the L and move on. The next day, do better. And also, one more thing is that once your current steps becomes easy, maybe it may take 2-3 weeks for you to adjust, you move on to the next stage. For social, let's just say going out, just going in social situations, you want to start by making eye contact. Once you're comfortable with eye contact, you want to smile at strangers. Once you're comfortable with eye contact and smiling, you want to start complimenting or just greeting strangers. Just small things across weeks, months will make a huge difference to your life. So let me give you a proper example, okay? Let me give you a takeaway before I end this video with an example. Let's take fitness. I'm pretty sure most guys know this. What is your end goal? You want to look aesthetic, lean, and probably have something like an athletic physique, So for step 1 to get there, let's just assume you're fat. So you basically need to go on a cut, right? You're starting off with 175 pounds or like 80 kg with 30% body fat. And you want to lean out to, just slowly lean out. So first you want to start by focusing on a 30-minute workout per day. The 30-minute workout can just be walking to the gym and doing one set of any workout. That's all you need to be for the first week. Even if that's even too hard, just 30 minutes of walking is really a workout for you for week 1. Don't think about dieting or any optimal workouts to do, or optimal number of sets or form. Just literally go to the gym and lift anything for 10 minutes. Week 2, maybe you add one more set to that. So if you did 1 set of bench press in week 1, week 2 you want to do 2 sets. And week 3, you want to do 3 sets, and more per week. Do this for 1 to 2 months, and now you're pretty much consistent with the gym. Good job. Congrats. Next, now you want to focus on going on a deficit. You want to lose fat, right? So a simple one would be to be just walking on a treadmill, inclined for 5 to 10 minutes. Just start off with that. Maybe month 2 or month 3, start with that. Now, since you've already handled the consistency for the gym, you just build upon it with dieting. Slowly, week by week, you increase your deficit from maybe 100, 200 calories to 300 to 500 per week on average, right? Now, by month 3 or 4, this into 2026, so basically the first quarter or the first third of 2026, you're already consistent in the gym and already are in a slow deficit. And you didn't suffer much. All you did was just 30 minutes per day. And over 8 months, this can build up to 300. If you take even on the low end 300 calorie deficit per day, which is around 2,000 per week, it brings you down to a 20 pounds loss or a 9 kg fat loss, which brings you down to 156 pounds to 71 kg, which can go from 30% body fat to roughly 20%. Which makes a huge difference in physique, by the way, especially if you put on muscle while building strength. And this is just 30 minutes, and maybe you build up to an hour a day while you're still enjoying and doing whatever fuck all you're doing in the rest of the day. So yeah, that's all you need to do. And I'm pretty sure you can learn to apply this not just in fitness but social. But remember, the first and the most important thing is deal with the biggest issue you have right now. Focus only on that. Once you become comfortable with that, you can slowly start focusing on other aspects of your life. And this is how you achieve whatever you set yourself out to do. Good luck, guys.